Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Today guys, of course, you're continuing the journey of Ben 10 Alien Force. This is Season 3, Episode 7. Of course, I won't know the title until I get into the episode. I can actually say I've seen the Eat Shit episode from Ben 10 Alien Force. Of course, that was last week's episode, Fool's Gold. I remember telling my Discord that I finally saw the episode because they were like anticipating, waiting for me to get to a particular episode, and this is what they were kind of referring to. I remember telling them on Discord that I had reacted to the episode and I finished filming, and they immediately told me the whole backstory essentially of what occurred, because this wasn't like the creators behind Ben 10 Alien Force and the rest of the series. This wasn't them basically coming up with a cool idea. This was literally them telling Cartoon Network to eat shit because they were forcing all these changes behind the scenes, as we've been kind of seeing throughout these last couple episodes, especially with Season 3, of course, where Ben's acting a certain way and how they're changing up certain character moments and everything, just things that they were kind of getting away from a little bit, they reverted back to because Cartoon Network was trying to make changes behind the scenes. So this was literally them saying eat shit and literally having Kevin bite gold shit. That was kind of their saying, fuck you, eat shit. So some people were saying that I have now bypassed, or whatever, past the weird episodes of the season. We'll see what happens. I'm not 100% sure. But ultimately, it's like, I still love the show. I still love this franchise, you know, regardless of that. And now knowing what Fool's Gold actually was, in terms of why it was made, it makes a lot more sense. Because I'm like, we went from certain storylines to this? But it's because of Cartoon Network trying to make changes behind the scenes. And it's not fair to the creators when, let them do what they need to do. If they're literally doing something that can't be aired or whatever, that's different. But for them to like try to change Alien Force and it's too mature or whatever, it's like the show was perfect as it was. So I'm excited to see what happens next. We'll see. So let's dive in, guys. Episode 7 of Season 3 of Ben 10 Alien Force. Let's go. Definitely an homage to Spider-Man, I think. Yeah. Okay.
Where is it? Don't toy with me.
Who is this?
You have the Omnitrix. I have traced its energy here. I am Sunder.
Okay,
Sunder,
hello.
Rare and precious objects.
Ooh.
I guess that's no worse than...
Ooh.
Undersword. The Omnitrix will fetch
Where's
me a
Kevin and Gwen?
price.
What?
Where is here anyway?
Yeah, exactly. What the hell is that?
Time to go?
What? What? Single-handed. Oh my god, that's the title.
I don't get it.
Seriously? I mean, he got it. Go Ben, he's actually okay. He could just be eating right now. He could be eating right now. That works.
Slippery little thing, aren't you?
Where's his hand going? The dog's chasing his hand. It's interesting that they can actually do this, because usually when you sever a limb, you can't show that on, you know, animation like this. Oh no. Julie, come on.
This day just gets better and better.
What was that? Oh.
It should cover my scent from those Vulpamancers.
Nobody knows what they are. Oh, through their vision. That's interesting. That could you be concerned that the dog has a hand.
Hey, what's going on?
Like a nice candy bar, huh?
I mean, as long as it doesn't have chocolate. We're thinking the dog killed somebody.
Think we should be touching?
Wait, if they activate it, will he turn into Big Chill?
Chill.
Yeah, so, okay, so as long as someone else is controlling it.
Swamp fire.
Wait, what? Oh! Okay, that makes sense. Now he's turned, he can transform, he can do it on his own now. Okay.
Find Grandpa Max's old hovel.
Oh, okay.
There's bound
That's
to be
good.
some leftover plumber tech there that can get me back home.
Julie, it's been kinda...
Me right now!
Don't run out of power now.
Not out of power, I think she knocked it out or something, I don't know.
Ben?
Kinda. He's like afraid, like, oh, what am I supposed to do? He's just gonna laugh, of course.
It's Ben's hand, all right, but I can't trace him. He
In
could
the
be
null
anywhere.
void. Yeah,
If he's even still alive.
he is.
The rest of them is just somewhere else.
Somewhere else, no
Had the
void.
same thing happened to me when I tried to use a refurbished personal phone.
Oh, he's back. Yeah, he can track it. Ooh. Oh, damn it. He's just flying around.
Where is
Come on,
Ben?
Gwen.
Don't know, don't care.
Don't know, whatever.
Just want the Omnitrix.
Oh, shit. That was... Okay. There you go. Knock his ass out.
Quick, turn into Humongosaur.
Are you crazy? Swamp fire!
Wait. Humongosaur! Oh.
Jesus
Swamp
Christ.
fire!
It's been since what, episode 2 of season 3 we've seen Diamond Head, I think. Uh-oh. Back to the hand.
The Omnitrix at last.
Using a platform, that was smart. Oh? This is crazy that this is happening right now.
We're running out of garage.
I'm running out of garage. He's trying to make his way over here, and the hand at the...
Use.
Uh-oh. It's like, why am I even playing these games?
Hand over.
How about the Omnitrix never?
Ooh. Hey, oh, did that work?
Ben!
Yay!
The Omnitrix now.
Still not connected. Where's the hand?
Oh, not again!
Ooh!
Energy acts plus Omnitrix equals dimensional displacement.
Okay.
Which means your hand is probably wherever you just were.
The Omnitrix.
It's not even... It's,
history.
yeah,
Gone.
it's in the null
Finito.
void.
We don't have it.
What's the deal?
What's the deal? Where
I
is
think
it?
it's gone.
They're all looking at the hand. Like, what the hell?
Forget the Omnitrix. What if I told you I could get my hands on a Praxian antimatter cannon for you?
Uh-oh.
I implore you,
I
do not exact vengeance upon my veracity-impaired colleague.
Bring it on, Tiny.
Tiny.
I can beat you with one hand tied behind another dimension.
Ooh, go Gwen! Echo, Echo, oh. Get the axe, come on, come on.
This shot has to be just right. And if it's not, pretty sure I can do this.
I don't
sure?
know. Shit. Just, come on. For the love of God, just go. Ooh.
Give it back. I demand you give it back.
I demand. Oh. There you have it, guys. Single-handed, that title was perfect for the episode. Overall, this was pretty interesting. This was definitely a better episode than, of course, last week's episode. And the last couple, I think, overall, this was actually pretty good. Because of the fact that Ben was really at a disadvantage, and the fact that, too, we actually had a character, I think his name was Sunder, that's what they called him, but he was a collector of unique items, and he was seeking out the Omnitrix. And the reason why I think that that's interesting is because we've not really seen too many characters that are specifically looking for the Omnitrix in terms of like collecting it, or it's because it's a unique item and that he could potentially sell it or whatever. Of course, we've had Vilgax with the Omnitrix, like that obsession with it. We've seen other characters that have that build an obsession over time with the Omnitrix because they've been against Ben 10, like Dr. Animo and everything. But this guy literally was seeking it out because he's a collector of unique and one-off items, essentially. And the Omnitrix is like the most unique thing, I think, in the whole galaxy or whatever. So he wanted it. And we opened right away with him chasing Ben. It wasn't like building up to where he is tracking it. It's like right away, boom, Ben has been chased. Why Kevin and Gwen weren't there at the beginning to kind of help, I have no idea. But this is where the episode took a turn, I think, for the positive in terms of an interesting storyline. So he has this glowing axe, like on the actual blade itself, it's glowing. He has this axe and he slams it down, right? On the Omnitrix specifically, he slams it down. And then Ben's hand is stuck on Earth, like up to about this point, like it's a little bit past where the Omnitrix was, but he hit the Omnitrix, but a little bit, stays behind, and the rest of Ben gets transported to the Null Void, and he's there for a pretty good portion of the episode. And what I think is interesting how they handled it was, whenever Ben's hand was being jerked around, or it was like, you know, walking, whatever, Ben is basically being pulled towards it. Like, he's trying to go a certain direction, try to avoid danger and everything, and trying to, you know, not die. But then he's also being dragged, you know, by, he feels his hand, but he can't obviously operate the Omnitrix. It's only when those kids actually, like, after pulling it out of the dog's mouth, which was like, oh my god, like, I'm surprised those kids didn't think, did this dog kill whoever had this hand? But they see the Omnitrix and they're playing with it, and they hit it, big chill, and then Ben's able to then hit the chest piece to change forms. But then, of course, it loses power for a bit, so it reverts back, of course, which we haven't really seen that too much in Alien Force specifically, but there was like a couple times he had to recharge. But unless Ben is actually actively an alien when it was being triggered by someone on the other end on Earth using it, he can't transform. He has to wait, you know, until someone messes with it. And thankfully that occurred so he can get away from those creatures. And they reminded me, and I think they're specifically reminding me in design-wise of, was it Wild Mutt? I think that was the name of the one from the original Ben 10. But they were different colors or whatever. But I'm pretty sure that they were really, like, they were kind of similar in terms of, like, species. But Ben, of course, was having a difficult time here. And then Julie, because the hand somehow just found Julie. I'm not sure if the hand was specifically searching out for Julie, if the hand has a subconscious. I have no idea, because I'm thinking at a certain point, is the hand being operated by the Omnitrix in a sense to locate somebody that is close to Ben? And maybe that's what it was, because where the hand landed after basically, you know, getting onto Sunder's face and having him crash like a drunken idiot into a building, the hand finds Julie. So I'm guessing Julie was the closest thing that Ben has a connection to, so that's why the hand kept searching for Julie. So Julie, I like the moment where she's like really creeped out by it. It's like, the Omnitrix? And then she like, gets the hand on her tennis racket. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I thought that was really funny because she didn't know what to do. And then, of course, goes to Kevin and Gwen. Of course, Kevin's laughing his ass off. Now, something that I mentioned, I'm not sure if it's in the reaction or not, but I'll make sure to mention it here. Something that I thought was really interesting, but it makes sense in terms of the plot, is that Ben's hand, where the cutoff was that red glow, which is the same red glow that was on Sunder's axe, right? That caused the Omnitrix, you know, for Ben and his hand to split in between realms, reality, whatever. That they actually have the glow on the hand. They had to have that there because if not, they wouldn't be able to allow a show that on Cartoon Network in terms of the time slot. Like, they would not be allowed, unless it was an Adult Swim show, then they could show the severed hand, but they had a glow to hide the fact that, you know, we're not going to see the inside of his actual hand or whatever, like, you know. So that was smart, right? Because, well, also it's showing the dimension shift, so that it would make sense in terms of like, well, Ben's like actual, you know, no hand, he's looking, it's the glow, and then the hand has the glow on the other end on Earth. It makes sense because they're split between dimensions and whatever, so it makes sense in terms of like the weapon and everything. But I just thought visually it was smart to do that, because having no glow on the axe and no glow on Ben's arm and then no glow on the actual severed hand itself, they wouldn't be allowed to show that. So I'm glad they found a way to show that, to show the basically the hand itself and then the rest of Ben, because they wouldn't be allowed to otherwise unless they had some sort of visual to cover that up. So smart on their part. So Sunder shows up, a lot of action going on with there. Gwen was kicking some ass. At one point, Gwen jumps in the middle between Ben and Sunder towards the end of the fight and just starts wrecking shit. I'm like, my god, Gwen, badass. I love Gwen so much using her abilities. Like, she's freaking awesome. I wish they would show her using her abilities more, like in that instance, like that aggression there. Because a lot of the time she's doing force fields, which do break from time to time, which of course Sunder was breaking them with his axe. But I wish that we would see more of her like really getting into the action, which we do see a bit of that. But I'm saying I want it to happen more often, because she was of course attacking back against Sunder. But at that one instance, and I don't know why specifically it stood out to me, but it was where Ben was basically, I think he was Humongousaur at the time, but he's facing against Sunder, and then she just jumps in the middle, like just comes right in the middle and just starts attacking Sunder, like I'm like, holy shit, Gwen, like I want more of this. It was really freaking cool. Any other thoughts? So Sunder's down the null void. We have those creatures that were in Grandpa Max's old kind of, room or whatever within the null void. They were like messing with the Omnitrix. Now that he's there, they're like going to attack him or whatever. He's pretty much screwed. We're probably not going to see him again. Maybe we will, because I feel like a null void is one of those things where we're not going to completely not go back there at any point, because the null void may have played an important role within season 2 in terms of the return of Max and all that kind of stuff. And the null void's been used in the past before. Of course, the null void was used in a sense in terms of the original classic series, but we got to learn kind of more about the null void within Alien Force. So I feel like we may end up seeing him again. I don't know, though, because I feel like maybe he doesn't play a gigantic role within the continuity and the wide span of the storylines of Ben 10 Alien Force, or, Ben 10, the franchise, but I could be wrong, right? I've been wrong about shit in the past. I've guessed stuff right, but I've also guessed stuff wrong. So who knows? Maybe he does play an important role later on. Who's to say? But it was interesting to kind of see a kind of collector of sorts to go after Ben and all that. Still doesn't explain how Kevin and Gwen were kind of there at the beginning to kind of help, but at the same time, it is what it is. So anyways, what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts about the episode. I think it's pretty much everything in terms of the episode, in terms of coverage. If I'm forgetting anything, I do apologize. But yeah, overall, it was a pretty good episode, and I had a good time with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious to know your thoughts about the episode. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.